over the water in her rounded inland accent. "Mereish waters, you say? I see nothing but fog, though we've a letter of marque from the Usti Queen, and the right to be wherever we see fit." The pirate captain snorted. "The fog that you called yourself, witch, and letters can burn. Captain, let us resolve this before we have a patrol on our heads." "Very well, Ophalia Mona." I drew up to the quarterdeck rail and faced the other captain over the stretch of sea. Mary stayed where she was. "I am Captain Samuel Rosser of Hart, privateer under commission of the Usti Crown. Surrender yourself. You are taking on water, you have no storm singer, and falling into the hands of your countrymen will be your death. Come with me back to Heston, and you will face fair trial under the Usti for your crimes against their ships. Or we can wait here, becalmed, until a patrol sets to blowing us both out of the water." The pirate replied, "Would you perhaps be related to a Benedict Rosser?" There was no question in her voice. She knew who Mary was. She knew who I was. And evidently she knew something of my brother, too. A whisper of premonition swept over me, blurring the edges of the world. The lines of the rails and rigging, the masts and lifeless sails, the waves and Mona's fixed gaze. Then my fingers brushed the long oval coin in my pocket, and the whisper faded. The world took on clear edges again, and I realized Mary had drawn up to my shoulder. "Someone is coming," she murmured. "Giston ships." I cursed. The fog shrouded us, but it also limited what we could see of the world around us. By natural means, at least. "Can you delay them?" I asked, equally low. Mary gave a nod and stepped back. I heard the smooth intake of her breath, then the first notes of a song slipped into the still air. They were low and melancholy, drawing in the hushed solemnity of the sea and returning it in sympathetic kind. "There is a voice among the trees that mingles with the groaning oak, that mingles with the stormy breeze." The wind stirred and damp air prickled across my cheeks. Mona lifted her chin, sensing the change at the same time as one of her crewmen murmured in her ear. "We will surrender," Mona decided. "No more storms, guns, or bloodshed. I will peacefully come aboard. Then I will tell you how I met your twin in the belly of a Mereish frigate." Mona sat at the small table in my cabin, fishing a pipe and pouch from her pocket. Ice rimmed each small window pane, further obscuring our foggy view of open sea and pursuing ships beyond. It was cold. The iron-girded wood stove had been smothered for action and not yet rekindled, but at least we were out of the wind. Distantly, I heard Mary's song above deck, accompanied by the rumble of footfalls and the piping of the boatswain's whistle. Her witchwind was up, and we were well on our way back to safer waters, with Mona's ship in convoy. "I am surprised they came upon us so quickly," Mona commented as she stuffed the pipe. "But it is a time for surprises. I also did not expect you to chase me beyond Adine waters. Yet here we are. May I?" I nodded, and the pirate leaned in to steal a taper and flame from the lantern suspended low over the table. Meanwhile, I shed my outer coat and sat across from her, leaving my cutlass and pistols in place. Her mention of my brother itched the back of my mind, dredging up question after question. I held my tongue for now, sifting through tactics. Mona was at least 30 years my senior, and judging by her ease and the weathered condition of her light brown skin, she had been at sea for longer than that. She had also evaded capture more than a dozen times and showed no sign of fear or tension, save the methodical way she puffed on her pipe, one finger tapping on the table. Dusky, rich smoke drifted up towards the hefty beams above. "My commission is from the Usti, not Adine," I reminded her. "Neutral in the conflict between our peoples, I have the papers to prove it. You, a hunted brigand, are in